Welcome to another episode of Keep Up. I'm your host, Dragon Paragon, and with me as always is the illustrious Lord Zod.
Hello.
Today we're actually going to have a twofer. You'll probably recognize this playmat as the Smash Bros. Playmat. I decided it needed to come back for a melee. We are going to be opening another card order, actually. This is our standard CGC order that we have going out pretty much monthly at this point, monthly, bi-monthly. A lot of cards in here from a lot of different people. It's just a really exciting time to get them to come back. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else we need to say. Let's get cracking.
And then, does the store have cards in this order?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to point out those ones so people can stop by the store if they're interested as they come across them? Does that sound
Absolutely.
like a good? Okay.
So I actually have them organized. The shop's cards are going to be coming first, and then we're going to be doing just other people's as we get through them. But I do have the shop cards being shown off first.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Mine tend to get lower grades just because I'm bad at this. So it's kind of a preamble to some of the really cool stuff.
Okay. Fair enough. But yours, just wanted to double check. Mostly Pokemon, a little bit of Magic scattered in?
Yeah, it's all Pokemon this time around.
Okay.
It's all Pokemon this time around.
Okay. Fair enough. First card up.
Okay.
Is it a Dark Sylveon V?
Yes, this is Dark Sylveon V. It came out of the Dark Sylveon Celebrations collection. I always thought it was a really cool card. It's really neat that they chose for Sylveon to have a dark variant. You know, the most happy-go-lucky Pokemon ever. And I stand my evolutions, so I had to represent. 8.5 is not bad. I'm not displeased to see an 8.5. With the collection cards, they're hanging out there open in the packaging.
Yeah.
So if those boxes get shaken around a lot, they can actually take a lot of damage. I'm glad to see that he survived mostly unscathed. So this card you can expect to see between $25 and $30. We're going to put it in our $25 slabs.
Okay.
So you'll be able to find it at the shop.
Next up, we have
another 8.5. Okay, I'm establishing a trend. So this is going to be the Celebi V out of, I believe, the Sword and Shield base set. There's been a couple of Celebi Vs, but not that many. Yeah, it's a nice card. I always liked Celebi. Silver Gold was a really, really cool game release for me. I mean, I was playing Pokemon. I, of course, played the heck out of the base one, and I kept going for Silver and Gold. So Celebi's kind of an important Pokemon as far as I'm concerned. 8.5 is a wonderful grade. Again, you're going to see this one between $25 and $30. This one I'm a little more excited about. So seeing a card come in at 9.5 is always a treat for me, especially the English cards because they can get a little bit wonky sometimes. This is the Zora V out of Crown Zenith. This guy here is a bit of a edgelord, which is why, of course, I like him. He is the cat Pokemon, but the cool cat Pokemon. So yeah, Zora V at 9.5 can fetch around $45 on the market.
Okay.
So that's a really exciting one to come back.
Okay. Shocking.
Indeed. Yes. Yes.
Oh, we got our Glaceon.
Yep. Yeah, we did.
Oh, that's a nice 9.5.
Yep. So I'm further staining my Eevees, and of course, Glaceon V is my favorite. At a 9.5, it is a very cool card. I'm sure you could agree. No one could turn the cold shoulder to this. Wonderful icebreaker to have a card like this. And you'd see this one go between $30 and $35 on the market. We'll probably end up putting him. I'm probably going to put him at 35, just because if he doesn't sell for a week, I'm going to buy him.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But,
so you guys got that? Come down soon if you want your Glaceon.
Or don't. There's other cards like
Yeah. Oh, Sprigarito.
Yep, Sprigatito. So this is one of the starters out of Scarlet Violet, of course. Very famous for his music video for a song called Sprigatito, which is the same song as Despacito, except they photoshopped a Sprigatito on it, and
Fair enough.
all of the lyrics are Sprigatito.
Fair enough.
I think it's a great improvement. Don't even listen to the original anymore. Play it on 10-hour loop.
True story.
Yep. So yeah, at an 8.5, this is the promo that came out of the collection.
Okay.
You can expect this to go for between 25 and 30. We'll probably stick to the lower end and keep him the $25 slabs. Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, is that a Dragonite?
That is a Dragonite. This is Dragonite Vostar. Coming in at a 9, very respectable grade. This is the one out of Pokemon Go, of course. Dragonite is another very, very historically significant Pokemon. What with being the first and only dragon for at least one generation. I believe they added more dragons. Did they add more dragons in Silver?
I thought Charizard was a dragon.
Charizard is not dragon.
He's
fire flying.
Nope, he's a dragon.
I mean, when he Mega Evolves, he is, but that isn't for another 5 generations, my dude.
Okay.
I actually am having a bit of a brain fart. I don't know if they added more dragons in silver and gold. I want to say yes, but I can't remember what they would be, so maybe they just didn't.
I need like a Corviknight dragon so I can have my truck dragon.
Yes, you do need a dragon that is also a taxi. You know what? We're actually going to be opening said business at the end of the week. Look for Dragon Taxi coming to a neighborhood near you. Dragon Ivy Star goes on the market. I almost forgot to do the thing I'm here for. Goes for $25.30 on the market.
Okay, not bad. Rayquaza.
Yes, this is very exciting. So Rayquaza V, there's no shortage of these guys up on the market right now, but having one come back at a 9.5 I consider it a big hit. I'm real excited for that. I've managed to pick some good cards this time around. He can be found anywhere on the market, just depending on the day and who's selling, between $25 and $35. I'll probably put him in the middle at 30.
And he's not a dragon, even though it's a tax as Dragon Balls?
Rayquaza V is absolutely a dragon.
Okay.
Don't add
Then well, you told me there was no other dragons.
Well, in Generation 1, yes.
Okay, fair enough.
And maybe Generation 2, seeing as I cannot remember if there are.
Okay, fair enough. But I'm like, there's a dragon right there.
Bruh, I ain't Professor Oak. Cut me some slack.
Go do your professor's research, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
Is this a Zorora VMAX?
Yes, this is the Japanese Zorora VMAX. Very cool card. This is out of V-Star Universe, of course. Seeing this come back at a pristine 10 is amazing. I'm really excited about that. I don't get 10s, so I'm kind of over the moon to have one.
Good job.
This one has market value of around $40.
Okay.
So I always stick to market value when I can. You'll see them for that. Another really cool one, another one that may not stay on the shelf for long.
Fair enough. It is Zorora. Zeraora?
Zeruro. Smith.
Fair enough.
So this is the cat Pokemon Smith.
Oh, is that a Greninja?
That is a Greninja. This is actually Greninja. They put the V in there, so you have to pronounce it. It's Greninja. Yep, Greninja. It is a capital V, so you have to put the emphasis on it. It came back at a 9, which is all right. I'm definitely not going to turn my nose up at a 9. You'll see it on the market between $20, $25, 20 on the low end, or if you're able to get it graded yourself, that's what you're looking at spending. I'm going to put it in the $25 slab bin.
Sounds good.
And Greninja's a cool Pokemon. He's one of the, gosh, I want to say he's king starter of his generation. The other two really don't hold up.
Okay.
Not style-wise, not stat-wise. Sorry, guys.
Sorry. And we're still with store ones, right?
We are store ones. This is going to be the last store one, actually. I kind of sent this one out on a whim. We had some extra Wati cards lying around. A collection had just come in. This one looks like it might be in pretty decent shape, and it's really hard to get Wati cards that are in any sort of decent shape. QA back then was kind of a mess, folks, especially on the English side of things. The Japanese still did pretty well. So yeah, you saw this guy come back at a 7, but believe it, that's pretty decent based on the Wati stuff I've sent in. Maybe I just don't have the eye for it, but
I mean, the cards are 23 years old, and
a
lot of them
sure are.
A lot of them were just stored in regular binder pages where the surfaces could get scratched and marred pretty easy.
100%. But I'm happy to have him come back at a 7. Haunter's a cool Pokemon. Sabrina's a cool gym leader. Sabrina's Haunter just kind of compounds both of those things. And there just aren't that many of these around. He's still on a valuable card. You're going to see him at around 20, 25.
Okay.
But he's still a cool card. So I'm happy with it.
Fair enough. So we're going to slide these over to the stores off to that side. Next up is...
So next is going to be a card belonging to one of our locals who volunteers at our local anime con, Snafu. This is a card belonging to DJ Monster.
Is that a base set unlimited Charizard?
Base set unlimited Charizard. Now this card holds huge sentimental value for him. He had it when he was a kid, and it shows. It is a well-loved card.
We'll show you the back on this sucker. You can see the top corner up here.
And I believe it was given to him by one of his friends back then, and he held onto it for all these years. So the card is of great importance to him, especially from the sentimental angle. It being a Charizard, it is not without its value. You can expect a card like this in this shape to go for anywhere between 170 and 200, and you can absolutely expect people to try to price it at 350. Don't buy it at that price.
But it is a Charizard.
It is a Charizard.
The front is fairly clean looking.
It's lovely,
a little bit, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a card like this. This is a beautiful card for a collection.
Yep. Very nice.
Congratulations, DJ Monster. It's a lovely card with a lovely story behind it.
Okay, this one. Okay.
So these cards belong to somebody who joined into our order. They requested to remain anonymous.
Fair enough.
But they have really good taste in cards, so I really wanted to show them off.
Fair enough.
So yeah, you can see this right here. This is the Shining Fates Shiny Charizard at a 9.5. That's nuts. That's an absolutely lovely card at a really high grade.
Yep.
And this guy was really sought after back when he first came out, and that hasn't changed. At this condition, this card can easily fetch $750.
Oh, wow.
That's an incredible card, coming back at an incredible grade.
Very nice.
The owner of this card, I hope you're very proud about this. You deserve a round of applause.
Yeah, good job, Anonymous.
For more of Anonymous's work, you can find him on 4chan.
Yep. Next up, this is also Anonymous?
This is also Anonymous.
We got a base set Blastoise.
Yes, we have a base set Blastoise coming in at a 4. And, you know, I really, really hate to see it come back at a 4 because I think it's got a really clean surface. It's still a beautiful card. Blastoise is an awesome Pokemon. And it's just kind of a shame that it wasn't able to get a higher grade, but that's kind of how it comes in when you go grading.
Yep. Well, I think a lot of it is the bottom and the back.
Yeah.
A little bit of white spots.
And
but
I think,
for, again, a card that's 20-something years old, it's in great condition.
Definitely. And a lot of the time, especially with cards from base set and things like that, you want to have them slabbed just to keep them protected.
Yep.
It also, another thing I like as a shopkeeper is it removes any conversation about the condition of the card.
Yep.
There's a number. You can see it.
Yep.
So yeah, it's even at a 4, it's a valuable card. You're going to see it between $60 and $70, and that's on the reasonable side. Like, you will see people try to price it for much higher.
Yep. Okay.
So we're moving on from Anonymous. We've got these next cards belong to a weirdo named Lord Zod.
Lord Zod.
Know him.
Oh my.
Oh, you found it, didn't you?
Oh my God.
I was really hoping to play that one up a little bit more.
Oh my. Here you can. I didn't show it yet. Really.
This card. If you've been watching this show, you will have seen this card get pulled on this show. We were really excited about it then, and we're even more excited about it now. Zod, go ahead and show the people at home.
What is the name of the card before I flip it over? Is it a
So
Sarquetta?
this is going to be the Quackleval.
Oh, Quackle. Is that a perfect 10?
That is a perfect 10. As far as I know, that is the first perfect 10 on the show. We've gotten a couple other pristines. I don't think we've gotten a perfect.
For Pokemon, for sure.
For Pokemon, for sure.
There was a couple of the weird magic ones way at the beginning.
There were, yeah, but I
this
don't.
is definitely the first Pokemon.
Yeah, this is the first Pokemon Perfect 10.
Yeah.
These cards are freaks. They don't exist. It is so rare to find a perfect 10. Most cards don't go off the factory line at a perfect 10.
This is from the new Triplet Beat set.
Yep.
And
it's been surpassed by Snowburst Clayburst now.
Fair enough.
No longer new set, but still a lovely set. Yeah. One of the loveliest cards in a lovely set.
It is my stately eagle.
Yes, it is your. Well, I think he's a peacock.
Fair enough.
But what are eagles if not peacocks of the air?
Yep, sure.
Peacocks are eagles of the jungle.
He's strutting.
That's better.
He's strutting.
Oh, he's absolutely strutting stuff.
Oh.
So I don't know if you've seen the other character rares of the Quaxley and whatever the middle one's called. Mm-hmm. They're all in front of the same mirror.
Okay.
And the Quaxley's like styling his hair. Okay. The middle one's like, doing a little bit better. And like this one's got the trip. So insane card. Congratulations, Zod. You've got quite an eye. And it's just so cool that card came back at a perfect 10, having made its debut on this show.
Yeah, and it was like when we pulled it, we're like, I want to get this one graded because this looks good.
And you were correct. You were very correct. I could not find any other perfect 10s.
Wow. Okay.
But I value that card at $200.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well done. Well done again.
Okay. Well, and it is me, so we love my Charizard.
Yep. Yeah, at this point, we can just close down the show. That's the most exciting thing in there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm sure there's more.
But still, that's...
Yeah. I'm happy.
Wow.
I'm pretty good, okay?
Okay, so yeah, moving on, because we have to move on. There's another one of your Charizards, a Radiant Charizard, no less. This is the Crown Zenith print. The Go one's more of a circle shape, and he's got that stylized flames background, like you might see in a elementary schooler's play. This one, however, is a bit more of a realistic take on it. Still a lovely card. At a 9.5, you can find it between 40 and 50.
Okay.
Normally, you'd find a card like that a bit higher. However, everyone who got one sent it in to get graded.
Yep.
So there are actually a lot of 9.5s out there. You can expect the price to go up in the future.
Fair enough. Next couple, I think, are going to be some Judge promos for
Yes.
Magic the Gathering.
They are Judge promos for Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
The first one should be Crick, Son of Yawgmoth.
It is. If anybody knows me, I like to use graded cards for my commanders, so I sent in some of the most recent ones.
Confirm.
And I like degenerate commanders, so Crick definitely fits the boat. Pretty happy with the 9.5.
Let alone being related to Yawgmoth being degenerate enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, 9.5 is a really cool card. It being a Judge promo, it came into this with value, and it's leaving with a nice premium. That card can fetch anywhere between $55 and $60.
Okay.
And there's not many out there, let me tell you.
Okay.
Especially with the Judge promos and the Magic cards in general, there just are not many.
Yep. Next up will be also another Judge promo. Oh, another 9.5 for Mizzet to the Ismagus. Again, another super degenerate commander.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Sweet.
I could not find another Isix at this grade.
Okay.
I actually couldn't find many even here, and
Yeah.
especially not the Judge promo, which sets it apart from the normal one. It is, however, not as sought after
Right.
as Mono Black Commander Crick over there. So I value it at between 40 and 50,
Okay.
just because it appears if it is not as, I guess, wanted a card.
Yeah.
Probably not as degenerate.
We're gonna say yes until
Yeah.
I break it.
Yeah,
and
it's
then it'll
well. I mean, is
be,
it?
does it?
That's the difference, right? Mono Black doesn't need to try. Is it does?
Maybe the other way around.
They got the new Shield Grid. They don't
Fair
need
enough.
to try.
Fair enough.
They
Okay.
don't need to try anymore.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay.
So after that, we're going to be going to one of the one of our helper kobolds. Maggie sent in a good batch of cards, and we've got some crazy stuff coming out.
If you haven't known her yet, she loves her Houndoom and all those across the board.
All Houndoom and Houndoom paraphernalia.
Yeah.
She's basically the Hank Hill of Houndoom,
Yeah.
is how I would describe her. So yeah, this is a first edition non-hollow new Discovery Hound Hour. I believe we might have seen one of the hollow ones for her in a previous order. I'm not sure, because she likes to send in multiples of them from every set and every language.
Yep.
She's going to have a very comprehensive collection by the time she's done. I imagine she's going to end up like the Seto Kaiba of Houndoom. But yeah, this one coming in at an 8 is really good for WotC era. Wizards of the Coast era, for those of you who are not up with the abbreviations. And that card is worth about $70. It's hard to find good ones in good grades for that era. The first edition stamp always helps.
Oh, is that another Houndoom?
That is another Houndoom. That is the one from Undaunted Call, if I recall correctly.
I don't know if you guys can see it. Just by his tail, he's got the foil spiral.
Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah.
She's
There
a
we
collector
go.
as well, so she likes it. I apologize. I said he's Undaunted, not Undaunted Call. There's another one that has Call in the name that we might be seeing. I'm just not sure. I've seen so many Houndooms. Please help. But yeah, 7 is not as high a grade as I would have liked to see. However, the hollows from that set are pretty rare. This one does have a value of around $50,
Okay.
even at a 7. It's a lovely card from a lovely era. An era that was underrepresented, shall we say.
Oh.
Now, this is a really interesting card. Now, one of the quirks of Maggie is that she has a level of luck that is just insane. It's nothing I've ever seen before. The rate at which she pulls error cards is just phenomenal. This one is a texture misalignment.
Yep.
They'll also call it a texture shift.
Mm-hmm.
You will see that the foiling on the card has like a ghost of it, and it's like a full half-inch south of where it should be. It is a very prominent error and came back at a very high grade, which is unusual. A lot of the time, the errors will actually stop cards from getting those high grades because of their nature. But yeah, it's an obvious error. It's a really cool card. There's very few in the world like this, especially at such a high grade. It's hard to value something like this just because of its scarcity, but because of that, I am going to go out and say it's worth around $200.
Okay.
Between other texture shifts and the price increase that you'll see because they have a premium to them.
Yeah.
And other cards at a 9.5, especially sought after cards like Mewtwo, combining those two, I don't think that's unreasonable.
Fair enough.
So yeah, really cool card, really cool to be able to show it off.
Yep.
This is going to be the Boundaries Crossed Skyla Full Art. There were quite a lot of Skylas, so it was a bit difficult to identify it at first. Came back at a 7, which is a decent grade given the age of the card. and it's high premium just to begin with. Even at a 7, that card's worth about $200. You're going to see it fluctuate.
Okay.
There's going to be some people who ask more. There'll be some. You're probably going to find some people selling it for less than that every now and then,
Okay.
but sporadically.
Gotcha.
$200. There's a spread. When I say a number on the show, it's usually a median.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially with graded cards, it's kind of the Wild West out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's not as much standardization as like a market value for an ungraded raw.
Fair enough.
So yeah, no, but it's a very valuable card, and that's a very nice grade for it.
Fair enough.
This one, however, came back an even nicer grade. This is the Plasma Storm Blastoise, which is worth a very pretty penny just in its ungraded state. At an 8, you can expect it to fetch between 230 and 250.
Okay.
And that's just a really neat card. It is not a card a lot of people get to see in person.
Mm-hmm.
The card came in kind of it was before the renaissance of Pokemon cards, back when its popularity was waning.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we've had this sort of resurgence, this boost, people who weren't buying cards back then are trying to get them, and because nobody has them, they become exceedingly rare. And so this is just a really cool card from an era of history that just doesn't get a lot of spotlight.
Okay.
Very nice. Yeah, that's there's a couple more for Maggie here.
Okay.
And she's always got cool stuff to show off.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a Radiant Charizard at Pokemon Go at a 9.5. Typically, I won't send the same cards in the same order.
Mm-hmm.
There's two reasons I will, and that is the cards are dissimilar enough that I can tell whose is whose just by looking at it.
Right.
But yeah, no, this one's really cool. This is the Go, whereas I believe yours was Ground Zenith.
Correct.
Coming in at 9.5, it's a beautiful card. And this one you can expect to go between 55 and 60. The Go version is actually starting to value back up.
Fair enough. Now that the set's been out, 2 years ago for the Go?
Yeah.
And this is her last one?
This is her last one.
Special delivery.
Yep, and that's going to be the special delivery Charizard for the Pokemon opening event.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely love this card. The special deliveries in general were just great. This one is a really sought after promo. However, the market is absolutely flooded with them right now.
Yep.
These prices are going to jump. Okay, so just this is a promo Charizard that not everybody could get.
Right.
I know. I tried to get one, and I made my wife sign up so I could get a better chance. Neither one of us got picked for the lottery. Like, you couldn't get it if you weren't lucky enough. It's at a decent grade, and it is going for $40 to $50 right now.
Oh, wow.
That's how flooded the market is.
Okay.
Buy them now, because it will not stay at 40 to 50.
Fair enough.
Absolutely.
And was that the last of Maggie's?
It was the last of Maggie's.
Okay.
I just want a little bit of a tangent. Special Delivery Bidoof, if you haven't seen it, Google it. That card is so cute. It's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Charizard's holding the Bidoof in like a baby carrier on his chest, and he's got this expression of like, "Don't talk to me or my son ever again." Okay.
Okay.
This next one comes from a different anonymous.
Anano 2?
Yeah, Anano 2. Anano 2 has joined us for the stream. Yeah, they had some really good cards that they decided to send in. This, of course, being a very highly sought after one. This is the Altar Giratina V from Lost Origin. Just a crazy card. Absolutely insane. Coming back at an 8 is really nice. This is the kind of thing you can expect to see if you take something out of a booster and put it into a sleeve immediately.
Okay.
Like I say, cards do not come off of the assembly line at a 10. They just don't. So there's nothing wrong with getting an 8, and 8's a good grade.
Yep. Cool.
But yeah, this card in at an 8 is around $380.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Not bad.
Anano 2 has another card coming up. And that is going to be the Unlimited Base Set Charizard. This one at a higher grade than the other one, much higher, at a 6.5. You will see this one going for all sorts of numbers, all sorts of just crazy numbers on eBay and pretty much anywhere else. I would not pay more than $300. If you're desperate and you can't find a one in better condition, you can go up to $350. But I believe the honest appraisal of that card is at $300.
Not bad.
But it's a Charizard, and it's just going to value up.
Exactly.
Okay. After that, these are some cards that I actually sent in for my personal collection to get graded.
Oh, let's see what he's got. Is that a Vulpix?
That is, yep, that is all Vulpix. That is out of the Sun Moon Trainer kit. It is not a rare card. It's not a particularly unusual card. I just like Vulpix at me. So I got this one graded. Very happy to see a 9. Nobody else grades these.
Yep.
So this might be the only one in circulation. Probably not the only one, but it's the only one I can find.
Fair enough.
If you wanted to buy a card like this, it'd probably cost you around $30.
Okay.
Which is very unusual. I recommend buying the Sun Moon Trainer kit or a bunch of these for like 25 cents.
Yeah.
And then going to get it graded.
Yep.
But yeah, this one I'm also very excited about. That is the Olin Ninetales GX. That came back at a beautiful 9.5, which I'm super happy about.
Your Ninetales, one of your favorites?
Yes. Yes. I have many favorites of Pokemon, and they do tend to vary on day to day. Ninetales is one of the ones that I just kind of perennially like. And most important, I decided to go for a master set of Vulpix Ninetales because nobody else was, and it's cheap.
Fair enough.
So, like, yeah, you can get a Shadowless Ninetales for like $17.
Okay.
So compare that to a Charizard, and like, hey man,
yeah,
it's just an easy collection to do.
You're talking to somebody that's a fan of Hawlucha here.
That's, you know what, that's fair.
That's
I love that you've become a Hawlucha fan, by the way.
Well, is it a dark?
Those were it for me. These are actually going to be Peter's cards. Peter is a repeat customer here. He's joined a lot of cards to have sent out. I really like seeing the cards he sends in because he's got stuff from all eras of Pokemon, and he picks his favorites like I do. So I get to see a whole bunch of stuff that like is out of the ordinary.
Fair enough.
Dark Jolteon's not super out of the ordinary, but a lot of people just don't have a card like that, especially not in a first edition. This card is sick, dude. Like, that art is amazing.
It's pretty cool.
And it was the second appearance of Jolteon in the card game, in a base set. This was out of the Team Rocket set.
Okay.
The last Jolteon to have appeared before that was in Jungle, and that was his first appearance. Okay. So yeah, coming back in an 8 at the WotC era, really good. You can expect to see that card go for between $35 and $40. I will remind people it's an uncommon.
Okay. Smeargle.
Yep, that is the Smeargle character rare. Character rare is what they call them in Japanese. It's Trainer Gallery in English. My apologies. 9.5 is a beautiful grade for that card. You really can't hope for better than that. I mean, sometimes 10s happen, but hey man, they're freaks. So 9.5 is a lovely grade. You can expect that card to go for between $30 and $40 at a 9.5. And I think this is actually one of the more impactful Trainer Gallery cards. There's so much going on in it. It's like playing a game of Where's Waldo.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one is going to be the Trainer Gallery Professor Burnett, which is the full art variant of it, of course. Silver Tempest gets a little bit weird with its full arts and whatnot, just because it starts giving them the Trainer Gallery appendix. But either way, Professor Burnett's a cool trainer, and it's a really good art for a really cool trainer.
Yeah.
9's a lovely grade. It's a cool card to see. It has a value of between $30 and $35.
Nice. Pikachu!
Yep. This is a first edition Pikachu out of Jungle. Pikachu's, of course, first appearance was in the base set, but he came back with a new version in the set immediately after that, which is Jungle, and that is what we're seeing here. It's a very clean card. It's a shame to see it come back at a 5.5. I'm actually not sure why it would have done so. If I had to guess, centering. That's what gets most of the WotC stuff.
Yep. Centering.
Centering or surface.
Yeah, the edges are, but even nothing super egregious. So.
But yeah, it is a common, it is a first edition, and it is a Pikachu. So even at a 5.5, this common card is going to fetch around $25 on the market.
Okay, cool. Very nice.
Indeed.
Well, another Radiant Charizard.
Yep, this is a Radiant Charizard. Again, the only reason I felt comfortable sending 2 Radiant Charizards of the same printing in the same set was because I could identify them from the photos I took before and after. If you recall, the other one came back at a 9.5. And I could tell it was a little bit of the shifting on the centering. If I could not visibly tell it, I would not have sent them both in.
That is good to know.
Yes. So yeah, this guy added there's a lot there. It was another thing where that Charizard was easy enough to get that everybody sent one in. But Pokemon Go is becoming scarce, supplies drying up, the value is starting to go up. At an 8, you're starting to see that guy go between $30 and $35.
Very nice. And oh.
Yeah, baby. This is a really exciting card. I like to call this the Vegeta Mewtwo. He's doing a very Dragon Ball Z-esque pose here. I can just imagine him launching an energy ball and blowing that whole city sky high. He seems about ready for business. Coming back at a 9.5, like that's pretty much the most sought after card in the Pokemon Go set. It's super cool, man. And that card is worth between $80 and $100 in that shape.
Nice.
It's lovely. Absolutely lovely. Well done, sir.
Good job.
And this one's really cool. This is the Regieleki. This is the one that has been was recently playable in many decks. I think they're kind of weeding out with the new meta. But he held a very prominent spot there for quite a lot longer than a lot of other cards do. At a 10, pristine 10 no less. It's a beautiful card. Absolutely lovely find. Like, way to go. You picked some good cards on this one. He's coming in at a $45, $50 price tag at a pristine 10.
Okay. Very nice.
Oh, yeah. Very, very nice.
Very nice. Is that Cubone?
That is a Cubone. That is a first edition Cubone out of Jungle. I've always thought this art in particular for Cubone is very impactful. I just like it. You know, Cubone's there. It's a very good depiction of the Pokemon. It's pretty to look at, and it captures the sort of morose feeling that follows a Pokemon whose mother is chronically dead. So yeah, at a first edition 9.5 Cubone is worth like $50, which again, that is a common card.
Yep.
And it's cool that he got those WotC cards and sent them in. You know, I just don't see that.
It's awesome. Awesome of you.
Yeah.
Well, is that
Okay.
Eevee? Okay.
And that is going to be the first printing of Eevee in Jungle, again, first edition. At a 4.5, sadly, it seems like he's got some centering issues. I'm not quite sure.
Centering, some edges in surface.
Okay, yeah, it's probably the edges and surface that brought it down, which is a shame because he's overall not in bad shape.
Yeah.
Still, really cool card, first edition from a older set. You can see this go for anywhere between $20 and $25.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah, definitely not without value.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because if you send in, you know, like you're not going to send in a common of a recent set.
Right.
But like just to think that a card like that in under 5 is still worth money is just crazy to me.
Yeah. So, are you trolling me with this one?
I'm not.
Okay. It's my Truckbird.
Yep, that's Truckbird.
Truckbird.
This was another one of Peter's. Peter has excellent taste.
Yeah,
I've said it before and I'll say it again.
Yep.
He has sent in Truckbird and he got a beautiful grade on his Truckbird. That Truckbird's rocking a 9.5. On the market, Truckbird sadly is very undervalued because people don't appreciate him. And you could get him for $35, which in this condition I consider an absolute steal for an alt art. Like absolutely. I do not expect that price to stay that low.
Okay. And it's Truckbird.
And it's Truckbird.
Yep.
So yeah, at the very least, you can get to where you're going.
Fair enough. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this opening. The Cobalt's Keep, we send in, like I said, once, maybe every month, sometimes every other month.
It's going to be, between April and May, it's going to be 1 month, just because a lot more orders came in. People wanted to get stuff shown off, graded, slabbed, and ready for the summer. We typically do it between 2 months, and it's really easy to get a part of. Everyone gets access to our store's bulk tier for CGC, which makes grading through one of the top graders in the nation, in the world even, way more accessible than it would be otherwise.
Okay.
So I'm very happy to let people do that and get stuff that they normally wouldn't be able to get slabbed, have its proper focus and its honor.
Okay. Then obviously the cards at the beginning of the video are going to be available at the store. Some of them will attend the conventions kind of up and down the West Coast.
Yeah.
And
We do a lot of California conventions. We even go as far as Rose City Comic Con and even Washington State Summer Con.
Okay.
So we're all over the West Coast. You'll find us there.
You'll see a smattering of the graded cards.
Indeed. Oh yeah, you'll see plenty. And I mean, we're always getting stuff graded. People trade stuff in. We buy, sell, trade. So our stock is always changing. Always make sure to see if we've got something. Maybe we can have something for you.
Okay. Nice. Everyone, have a good day.
Take care, guys.